TikTok, YouTube. This is Desert Eagle versus 500 Magnum. I think I said that right. I'm dyslexic as fuck. Magnum, but gun, ballistic dummies, fake dummies. Let's get into it.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for watching. Today we have a little hand cannon test for you all, and we're gonna see how much damage we can possibly do to my wrist in one day, because I want to compare my two most powerful handgun calibers and see which one will reign supreme. First up, we have the Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the handgun world. I love and hate this thing, depending on which ammo we're shooting, versus the newest addition to the arsenal, the Desert Eagle 50 AE. This is the Apocalypse version with the distressed white to black finish. No, that's not a bad spray paint job.
The first one
that
he
is
showed,
how it comes.
was it Smith
this
Wesson,
thing
what he
is
said?
an absolute behemoth. And as far as I know, it is still the most powerful semi-auto handgun cartridge, or at least one of them. And of course, to test these hand cannons, what better target than a Ballistic Dummy Lab human torso? Now, I want to give a quick shout out to Ballistic Dummy Lab. If you saw the 100-yard pistol shot video, you might have.
I love ballistic dummies. They're realistic. I'm gonna skip. So if y'all want to see the original TikTok, it's the originals there, and YouTube shit's down below. Click. Let's get into it. Let's go.
It was so
Fucking
cool.
commercial. Get your money, dude. Get your money, dude.
100 feet per second and produces about 1,800 foot-pounds of energy. The 500 Magnum with a 300 grain bullet is going 2,000 feet per second and produces 2,900 foot-pounds of energy. So the 500 Magnum is definitely more powerful. All right, we're gonna shoot this torso at self-defense range, since that's where handguns are typically used. And we're starting with the Desert Eagle. So in the last video we did on this beast, we did shoot a ballistic dummy head, but it was not with a hollow point. This is a hollow point. It's a 300 grainer, and it is a flamethrower. We've shot these heads with the 500 Magnum several times. Let's see what the 50 cal Desert Eagle does.
Oh! Damn! Dead as fuck. I mean, I knew it was like that, but with the slow motion, it just hits so much different. I wish it was red though. Oh, look at all that brain matter. Skull. Knock the skull out your ass.
All right, the 50 AE went in right there towards the middle of the forehead. Hopefully you can see that entrance hole. And on the slow-mo, I saw something pretty big kind of fly out the top. I'm not sure if that was the bullet or a piece of the head. Either way, you can see the crazy amount of damage that 50 AE did. It split that skull into multiple pieces. Big old cracks in there. It did contain it. The ballistic shell did not explode, but definitely did some damage. And on the back, we have an...
It probably cost a fortune, meaning it's expensive as fuck. But hey, I'll get the job done.
Exit hole right there, and some bullet fragments. So at the very least, the Desert Eagle 50 cal would definitely cause a headache. Okay, I went ahead and rotated the ballistic dummy to the side of the head that isn't damaged, because I want to try and hit it with a 500 Magnum. Obviously, this will not be an apples to apples comparison because the head is already heavily
This one I thought was
but I want to see if we can finish it off. The bullet we're shooting is a 300 grain Hornady hollow point, and it is a beast. Get ready for the recoil.
Bow! To be fair, his head was already topped off, but that one just really topped it off.
Well, that one just ejected the brain, so...
That's what I'm saying.
That's cool.
Damn. It gets it done, though. Either way, it gets it done. You did. That's fuck.
Got my trusty gloves on because this is where it starts to get kind of messy. You can see the entrance hole from the 500 Magnum right there by the temple, and it just ejected all of the contents of that head straight onto the ground. I imagine that probably would have been quite a bit more dramatic if we didn't shoot it with a 50 AE right before. But over here, I do see an exit hole, a pretty big exit hole on the other side of the head. So it looks like it might have just passed all the way through. And then on the ground, we have the Brizane, and it looks like that is where that 500 Magnum passed through. So it went in right there, obviously just blew that entire chunk out of it.
Everything.
And then look at the exit hole on the other side. Definitely quite a bit bigger than the entrance hole. All right, that took care of the head. Let's get on the torso. And back to the Desert Eagle. Unfortunately, this...
Man, go back to the one. I want to see how like strong that gun is, because if you shoot this one, if you go back with the other gun, let me say the Eagle. If you go back with the Eagle, it's not gonna show anything because that's the second gun he did. This was this one, the Magnum. This what he doing right now. That shit is he did first. If you keep doing them first, we ain't gonna see how bad the other one is, because you know. Damn.
Is the only hollow point we have in 50
I started slow as hell when I said that.
That's what I'm using. Shit. But obviously that torso has 2 lungs. I want to hit one with the 50 AE and one with the 500 Magnum, and that can kind of be our direct comparison. Starting with the Desert Eagle 50 cal.
He know what he doing.
We'll go for that left lung, and hopefully a bone fragment doesn't come back at me. Well, I didn't get any bone fragments coming back at me, but I did get a shell casing that blasted me right in the forehead.
Damn.
And I think that one actually broke skin.
I hope you good, dude. Yeah, you definitely got hit. That lung's done.
Desert Eagle 50 AE went in right there. Obviously, it just shattered that
Unless you was at the hospital, like now.
rib. Looks like it completely removed it, to be honest. We also have another broken rib down here and a broken sternum. I assume just from the kinetic energy of that giant round. Of course, it punctured the lung, and it did pass all the way through. Man, I hope you guys can see inside that torso. That wound cavity is...
Yeah, that person, if you would have got popped like that, you're done.
Massive. It also broke another rib on its way out and then exited out the back right there. Not bad for the Desert Eagle. Let's try the 500 Magnum. Now, I want to try to keep this somewhat comparable. So for the 500 Magnum, we are going to shoot a 350 grain core bond hollow point. These are loaded extremely hot, and they're very painful to shoot. So this should be fun.
I don't know. I'm really feeling this gun. That's why I wanted to see it up in personal, because I wanted to see how lethal it is. But he did it the right way. We're gonna see how bad. Because this one looks more nice to me. I like the aesthetic more. I just like it more than the other one. But the other one, bitch, that bitch get the job done. Y'all saw what the fuck it did to that goddamn skull. You seen what the fuck it did to that the goddamn lungs and shit. You seen it. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Going for that right lung.
This is the one I like. Damn! Yep. Yep. I knew it. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see how powerful that bitch is and so forth. That was more powerful to me. But, this is what I was originally saying in part 1 on TikTok, but like on YouTube, y'all already fucking knows one video. What I was originally saying is I wanted to see it first, because to be fair, the Desert Eagle did crack the sternum here. So technically, if you shot with this one, the Magnum, it could be easier to get it because this is already cracked. Like it's already you know, but that hit more. Let me go back.
Going for that right lung.
Yup. Damn. I like that one.
Yeah, I think that one hit just a little bit harder.
Yeah, I like that one. I knew it. Damn. Look,
hit just a little bit harder.
Look how big the wound was. I like that one. I would start lifting weights just to shoot that bitch for the coil. That's a powerful bitch.
You know, a lot of people think that in order to
come in my house,
carry,
I'll light your
you're going
bitch
to need a
ass up.
tactical belt and a set
Let
of
me
jeans.
stop. TikTok.
Well, I'm here to tell
already
you
deleted a lot of
that you don't.
Okay.
In fact, you can carry in a bathing suit, in a business.
500 Magnum went in.
I already got videos deleted from TikTok, so let me like relax for they delete my whole shit. Hopefully they're able to let me post the shit. Damn, YouTube don't give a fuck until they give a fuck.
And right there, and
but I like that one.
500 Magnum went in right there, and this is like the perfect comparison of these two rounds because they hit in pretty much the exact same spot on different lungs. So first of all, you probably noticed that the 500 slumped this thing over several inches this way, which means it compromised the structure pretty heavily. The 50 AE did not do that. It also broke and removed like 4 or 5 ribs, whereas this one just broke the one rib that it went through. So pretty obvious, the 500 Magnum hit a lot harder and did quite a bit more damage in the process. And if we go around to the back, you can see it did pass all the way through. And that wound cavity is several times bigger than the 50
Yeah.
AE. It's probably 3 or 4 inches
knew
across
it. I like
at
that
least.
gun. I
Hopefully
like
y'all
that
can see
one.
in there. And again, it just destroyed the rib cage on the back.
Sure did.
And our bullet exited out right there. And I actually knew that that bullet passed all the way through before I even looked at the torso, because I saw it hit the railroad ties and kind of bounce back towards me, and I was able to recover it. And that thing is fully expanded, which is pretty sweet. So that's what a 500 Magnum hollow point looks like after it passes through a torso. Well, I know you guys would probably kill me if I didn't shoot a real wrist-breaking 500 Magnum, so that's what we're gonna do. This is the 635 grain Grand Canyon hollow point, and it is a monster. The 700 grain T-Rex is technically a heavier bullet, but it's not a hollow point. And this is like the hollow point equivalent of the T-Rex. And in my opinion, it is every bit as powerful and will probably do more damage, so. Whew. Unfortunately, both of the lungs are already hit, and that pole kind of goes up.
So you can get
into
him
the
in that
intestines, so
stomach.
I guess I'll just aim around the stomach.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've shot one of these.
You got it.
There's a reason for that.
Oh, ooh.
When you shoot the 300 and 400 grainers, you just can't imagine a round that would have twice the recoil. Then you shoot the 600 and 700 grainers, and they do.
Hey, yeah, that gun's powerful. You gotta have a little bit of strength to shoot
I think that one
beast.
might have split him in half.
Oh, sure did.
There he goes.
That shit was wide. Don't get popped by one of those. Don't get popped. It's serious. It's something serious.
Well, the Grand Canyon hollow point went in right there. You can see that giant entrance hole, and it also basically split him in half between the chest and the abdomen. So that's a first. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Obviously, just destroyed
I just think
the
of it
ballistic
like,
gel.
what if it was a real
You
person?
can even see
No, that's fucked
some of
up.
the internal damage in there. Definitely not pretty. If we flip him over, that is the exit hole. So it definitely went all the way through.
Back all gone.
I was hoping to show you guys
Organs
some of the
gone.
internal damage, but it fell off the stand. Either way, it went through the stomach, completely destroyed it, blew out the spine, and then exited out the back right there. All right, I got the torso propped up on the table. He'll probably fall over, but let's finish him off with a mag dump from the Desert Eagle.
Hey. It
That
must be
first
so fun
couple
to shoot them
rounds
guns
felt
out
way
there like
less
that.
powerful than the
It
others.
must be so fucking fun.
That was weird. Well, obviously the torso is just completely devastated after a full mag dump from the Desert Eagle. We put
Literally, he tore the fuck about that. But I'm done with this. I'm out. Peace.